What if I told you there's a land where the second highest mountain on Earth casts its shadow over warm turquoise seas? A place where entire cities, planned with geometric precision, existed 4,000 years ago, and now they neighbor some of the most crowded, dynamic megacities of our modern age. This isn't a story about one thing. It's a story of impossible contrasts, of deep time and rapid change, all contained within the borders of one nation, Pakistan.
To really get a handle on this place, you have to start with the land itself, and what a land it is. We're starting in a realm of giants, a landscape sculpted by forces almost too big to imagine.
That's the height of K2, the infamous Savage Mountain. It's the crown jewel of the Karakoram Range, but believe me, it's not alone. This one nation is home to 5 of the world's 14 8,000ers. Yeah, that means mountains soaring above the incredible height of 8,000 meters. This is, quite literally, the ceiling of the world. Okay, now travel south from those icy, jagged peaks, and what do you find? Over 1,000 kilometers of coastline, hugging the warm Arabian Sea. That shift from the planet's highest, coldest places to the warmth of the ocean, it just shows you the sheer geographic scale we're talking about here.
So how is all this even possible? What kind of force creates such wild diversity? Well, the answer lies deep within the Earth. This entire region is a spectacular, slow-motion collision zone, where the Indian and Eurasian tectonic plates are smashing into each other. It's that immense geological pressure that has buckled the Earth's crust, thrusting up these colossal mountains and shaping every single landscape in between.
And the result of that epic collision? It's a nation that feels like 4 different worlds rolled into one. You've got the legendary, glaciated mountain ranges in the north, the vast, fertile Indus Plain that's the country's heartland, the rugged, arid Balochistan Plateau to the west, and the sprawling Thar Desert in the east, all coexisting right next to each other.
You see, this dramatic landscape hasn't just been an empty stage. Oh no, it has witnessed an equally dramatic human story. So now, we shift from the deep time of geology to the deep time of civilization, a history that you have to measure in millennia.
The footprints of civilization run so deep here. It all starts way back with places like Mehrgarh, one of the world's earliest known sites for farming. From that ancient foundation, you see the blossoming of the legendary Indus Valley civilization. Millennia later, the Gandhara kingdom emerged, creating this fascinating blend of Greek and Buddhist cultures. And that was followed by the just unparalleled architectural vision of the Mughal Empire. Each one of these eras left its mark, layered one on top of the other.
You know, that Indus Valley civilization, dating back more than 4,000 years, is just something else. In places like Mohenjo-Daro and Harappa, people lived in these meticulously planned cities. We're talking grid systems, advanced sanitation. It was a society of incredible sophistication, way ahead of its time.
From those ancient echoes, let's jump to the present day. So, who are the people who call this land of contrasts home now? The answer is a vibrant, incredibly complex, and really youthful mosaic. Just let that number sink in for a second. Over 241 million people. That makes this the 5th most populous country on the entire planet. The human scale here is just immense.
And it's a population of staggering diversity. While Punjabis are the largest group, there are dozens of distinct ethno-linguistic communities. Get this, over 77 different languages are spoken here. The national language, Urdu, kind of acts as the lingua franca, the common thread that helps weave this rich tapestry together.
And here's another one of those stark contrasts. On one hand, you have these sprawling, frenetic megacities like Karachi, with a population larger than many entire countries. But then, and this is wild, the majority of the nation, almost 2/3 of its people, still lives in rural areas, their lives often tied to the ancient rhythms of the land.
This urban-rural divide, it also tells the story of the nation's economy. It's an engine that's being fueled by both ancient agricultural traditions and the powerful drive of modern industry and services.
So there's this really important economic shift happening. Now, agriculture is still a vital part of the nation's identity, and it employs a huge number of people. But it's the services sector that has actually become the dominant economic driver, now contributing almost 60% of the entire GDP.
But don't get me wrong, that agricultural sector is still an absolute powerhouse. The country is a global force in farming, ranking 5th in the whole world for cotton production. And all that cotton, it feeds a massive textile industry, which is really the cornerstone of its manufacturing sector and a huge source of exports.
And all this economic activity is fueling the other side of the story, a large and rapidly expanding middle class.
This is changing the face of the cities, it's driving consumption, and it's creating a modern, dynamic economy that has truly global ambitions.
So far, we've seen a land of geographic extremes, of ancient history, and of incredibly diverse people. But there are more stories to tell, a few facts that might just challenge what you think you know and complete this complex portrait.
So what defines this nation on the world stage today? Well, it's a declared nuclear power, with one of the largest militaries on the planet. It's recognized as one of the world's key emerging economies with some serious growth potential. And here's a surprising one. It is the only Muslim-majority country to maintain a scientific research station in Antarctica. From the Indus Valley to the peaks of the Karakoram, from ancient traditions to a youthful, striving population, this is Pakistan. For a nation built on such profound depth and startling contrasts, one that's constantly navigating its complex heritage while forging a path into the 21st century, well, the real question isn't just about what it has been, but what story it will write next.